Hey YouTube, what's up? My name is Alan, and this is Space Engineers, not Stationeers. My channel is about games I'm playing, and I've been playing Space Engineers, which is why I haven't made any new Stationeers videos lately. I, yeah, I added this to my Steam wish list and thought, if it goes on sale, maybe I'll grab it. And sure enough, it went on sale in the summer sale, and yeah, I'm hooked. Um, so we're gonna play custom game Star System. I've played on the planets a couple of times. I wanted to try space. I actually started yesterday and um, actually started twice yesterday, and then I thought, you know what, I should do video. So I'm gonna start over again, having learned a couple of things, but there's still a lot to explore. So we'll call this Lost in Space. We're going to play in survival, offline, autosave's fine. I have already gotten into mods, got a couple hundred hours in the game already. We're going to do some of these decorative ones. We're going to do air traffic, which adds some PvE. All these AQD mods, I like these. Build vision, build info, clean camera. I haven't tried corruption, I'm a little scared. HUD compass, yes please. It's not going to matter as much if we're just in space, I guess. On planets, I've been using jetpack nerfing a lot. The jetpack's kind of OP. I mean, like, you just... Oh, well, why don't I just jetpack 30 kilometers to go get something? So we need modular encounter spawner. More conveyors is cool. I haven't actually used nanobot, but I know what it is. I don't know if we'll end up on a planet, but lightning is like some serious stuff. This HUD's kind of interesting, but we'll skip it. NPC weapon upgrades. Basically, that allows any weapons I add to go to the NPC characters. So in theory, that makes them more difficult. I'm going to use the ore detector plus. Paint gun. Passenger intersections. Yes, please. Piston carbine assault rifle. Sure. Reavers also scares me. Oh, the rotary airlock is actually really nice. It's much smaller than if you were to try and build one. I'm going to do sneaky sounds because that will quiet the tools down so that it's more suitable for recording. It is a little weird when I've turned it on in the past because I'm kind of used to the volume that's there. And then for whatchamacallit, for the compass to work, we need the text HUD API. I think I've used those before. Actually, I've added these, but I don't think I've used them. Let's throw them in and see what happens. So yeah, there we go. Whole bunch of mods. Sorry, no mods list. Just, I mean, they're like the mods everybody uses. Inventory size. Yeah, we'll leave all these the way they are. Much bigger than 3 is kind of ridiculous, and much smaller is kind of annoying. View distance is fine. I don't have a super powerful computer. 2 hours, sure. Max objects, sure. Block limits, whatever. It's fine. We can change it if it becomes a problem. It hasn't yet. No spectator. Don't allow me to cheat. Rester damage, sure. I've never actually done permadeath, but I'm going to play this as if it's permadeath. In fact, one of my starts yesterday, I died. And I didn't have permadeath on, but I just deleted the save. Like, I wasn't going to try to cheese it. But if the game does something stupid and I die, I want to have the option, so we'll leave that. Weapons and cargo. Ingredient game scripts. Yes, please. Random encounters. No voxel hands. Although I don't think that matters since we're playing survival. Oxygen. I try not to use third-person view, but sometimes... sometimes it's really helpful to have it. But I don't want to use it to, like, cheese. Like, I don't use it for driving because that seems cheesy to me. If I want to view from behind my vehicles, I'll put it on a camera. So we'll leave that on just in case. Sorry, third person view. Air tightness, yes. Convert to station. Drones. Wolves, no thank you. I mean, it wouldn't apply in space, but yeah, it's silly. So are spiders. Subgrids, friendly, unknown, respawn, regression. So this is their way to try to, like, coax you through the technologies. And once you kind of have the hang of the game, it's a lot like the research machine that's been added to Stationeers. It just kind of adds, I don't know. I don't like it. So, nope. Respawn, I don't know what that really does. Auto respawn, no, because we're going to decide if we super die or not. Economy, weather, yeah. Bounty contract, yeah. So, I've started Space, and having watched some videos on it, I thought it would be kind of easy, but it turns out I died yesterday, so cool. But I don't know, I always kind of think of kind of a role play element to games I play. Like I do it with Stationeers, and I mean not every game because it certainly doesn't fit every game, but these sort of open world games. Yeah. So I'm thinking the pod we start with is, let's say it's like a lifeboat. We've been stranded in a unknown, possibly hostile. I say that because I enabled, you know, uh, NPCs that are going to attack us. So yeah, we're going to start out in the space pod. So we have found ourselves ejected from some larger ship for, I don't know, insert backstory here, reasons, and we must survive with what's left. Which is kind of why I don't like the progression, because it seems ridiculous that we would, show up here and have all these machines and the ability to make more machines, but have forgotten all of our recipes. Like, somebody didn't leave a thumb drive on the lifeboat with all of our recipes. I don't know. So I had a look around. We have a survival kit in our cockpit. We have an oxygen tank, a hydrogen generator, some ion thrusters, and all of our primary directions. Buried under here is, I think, this is the top of the O2H2 generator. Down under these blocks, there's one of them's the bottom of the O2H2 generator, and one of them is this one, I think, is the bottom of a cargo container. A gyro, of course. We're gonna in doing the Stationeers videos, I discovered that I don't like editing videos. I mean, I like getting them right if I am editing them, but I don't love editing. So I'm going to actually try to do this as a no-edit series. I have some hotkeys set up on OBS. And what I'll do is, you'll follow me along, and at some point I'll say, okay, I'll come back in a little bit, and I'll pause the recording, and then there'll be a dramatic not a dramatic, but a sharp cut, and you will find me somewhere else. I'm actually looking at the audio levels. I'm going to dial it down just a touch. I did dial... I guess I can do it within the game, so I don't have to mess with my OBS settings, because I'm still learning OBS. Maybe there-ish? Yeah, that goes. So yeah, like, the first thing we're gonna do, we're just gonna go, we're not gonna get, like, settled on this asteroid, because it's probably not gonna have cobalt, and that's something you really need in this game. So I'm not gonna, like, feel very bad about randomly cutting up this asteroid. What we are gonna do is look for... Is that ice? It might be ice there. That would be nice. But we're going to look for a spot where I can get really close, because when you start this game you have the survival kit, and the survival kit is not very efficient. We're going to need a lot of rock to be able to make the things I want to make before we really set off. So the less sort of carting back and forth I can do, or the shorter the distance I give myself, the better. How much farther do we have to go? It's hard to judge in this thing. Actually, let's... Anybody know how the air vents work? Oops. G. So this toggles it depressurize on and off, which I would have thought meant that there's no more atmosphere in this room. But yeah, down in the lower part of the HUD it says O2 high and warm, so I think that means there's still air in here. But if I go out, you can see we're still venting, so I don't know. We can do better than that. Oh, what about the back end? It'll come forward a little bit, tip down a little bit, and come down some more. Come forward, and come down a bit. We moved a little bit there, and I did not touch the mouse, so I'm thinking we bumped into the asteroid. So, in theory, I shouldn't need... Yeah, I would have thought depressurize actually sucked the air out of the room, but look, it says low. Was it low before? I don't remember. But yeah, if we open both doors, now we're open to the atmosphere, or vacuum, as it were. Close, very close. I know I could add landing. Oh, did I forget to... hang on. Pausing recording. Oh, that's annoying. Did I... Okay, sorry. So what that was about was there was a mod that I wanted to make sure I enabled. So we go to our Lost in Space edit settings. Takes a moment, mods. Oh, I actually think I want that too. Retractable landing gear, there we go. Those are pretty cool, actually. Oh, I want a reworked armor too. And oh man. Okay, no more. Done. We're done. The default landing gear is like huge, and if you use it to like lock yourself to an asteroid, you're like, you know, 2 blocks away from the asteroid. I wanted to try the retractable landing gear. I mean, I probably am not even going to build it right away, but I was thinking of it. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I'm getting used to this hotkey stuff. Um, yeah, so I set up my pause hotkey as control pause. I was considering just using the pause break key, but I used control, and it's good because pause alone actually is grabbed by space engineers. It pauses in single player. What were we doing? I think I wanted to come a little bit more forward, a little bit, pitch forward a little. So pitch forward just a touch, and go there, and okay, that's it. We're done. So the way I died in my first attempt, um, I ran out of power, and I didn't allow myself to respawn, so it just I couldn't figure out a way to get more power, so I eventually ran out of power in my suit and I died. So one of the things I want to do first is I'm gonna strap some solar panels to this thing, which I started in my second playthrough yesterday, so that we have a passive way to get some power into it. So that's kind of the first order. Um, so yeah, I'm just gonna start digging a hole and gathering rock. I guess I can leave that on for a minute. Uh, yeah, here-ish is fine. And yeah, like I said, I'll pause at some point and say, hey, I'm going to collect a bunch of rock and then come back to you. Looking at the audio level, even with the quiet, what's it called? The mod that quiets the drill, it's still kind of loud. So I may, in fact, I will, no, touch more. So yeah, I mean, we're just gonna make a bunch of ingots with the survival kit, and then one of the first things we're gonna make is some solar panels. Did I say cells a minute ago? I mean, we're gonna need solar cells to make solar panels. I know it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, but you gotta catch them all. Get it? Uh, let's see. So, fill up one more time. Oh, I guess I could turn on my light. So I'm using the what's it called? The build planner. When you're looking at a cargo hatch, if you press Alt middle button, it'll basically dump off everything it can into that cargo container. And because the survival kit is connected via conveyors to that block, I can just dump everything in there. And the survival kit can turn, production, can turn stone into ingots, but we have to tell it to. So if you hit Control Shift and mouse click, you get 1,000. And we'll just tell it make 5,000 ingots, and we'll probably finish well before that. So yeah, I'm just going to do that, I don't know, 20 or 30 more times. And I'll come back to you in a bit. Okay, so I'm back. I didn't count how many trips that was. It was enough to have to recharge my suit twice, and that unknown signal, which I've ignored, has appeared and is about to disappear in the time that I've been mining. Our poor little survival kit on the last load I tried to dump into the cargo container, it wouldn't take the whole thing, so I've actually filled the cargo container, and the survival kit is, crunching through it. So we've got a bunch. We'll go ahead and a pile of gravel. We'll get that out so we're not wasting inventory on it. We'll turn off our dampers. Turn our jetpack back on. And jettison ourselves in this direction, and then turn the dampeners back on, and hasta luego. Actually, in practice, I've found that these objects tend to stop after a little while, which is why, like, all these wow, there's a lot of them. Goblets of stone. Gobbets of stone are floating around. In the past, I've chased these down, but it actually seemed like that was probably a bigger waste of time, and I would just be better off collecting new stone, as he collects a bunch of it anyway. So last time I built the solar panels first, but I think in order to get ourselves a bit of a jump, I'm going to build a basic assembler, and I'm going to add that to the build planner. You can just middle mouse button. And sorry, laughing at the word I just typed out. The basic refinery. The assembler will make things faster than the survival kit, and the refiner will make things faster and more efficient. I don't know if it's actually more efficient or not, but so by putting those in the build planner, we can come over to a cargo connector and press shift middle mouse button, and now all of those things to make those two devices are queued up in production. But this make a gajillion ingots is a futile task, so we're going to move that down to the end, and then it should start grinding out these things. And while it starts on those, we're going to make some space for our assembler. And oh yeah, I'm going to probably want to get a little bit of height, altitude, distance. So I think altitude relies on there being gravity. All right, that should be good enough. Yeah. So the reason I pointed out that we have those two things under here is that we're going to want to connect our assembler and our refinery to our conveyor system. And we can do that with these two ports. So we'll connect the assembler there and then the refinery there going that way. The assembler is just a 1x1 block and the refinery is a 1x2. We'll eventually free up that, but we'll get there in a minute. So if you if you just hit middle mouse button, it'll try to withdraw the components for what you have on your build planner. And let's see, the developers have figured one of the things we were going to make first is a basic assembler, so they put it on our on our hotbar. Same with a basic refinery. See, this guy has 2 ports on it, although they're not in the best place. Is that the rotate? Yeah, that's the rotation I want on it. You can hit tilde to clear what you have selected, but I actually want 1. So it works on any connected cargo port, so that's nice. Okay, good. It's building the computers, it looks like. Yeah, those will take a minute. Yeah, so now it's kind of stuck on building the computers. So, yeah, what the heck. We'll just... while we're waiting. So then our next order of business, I'm going to build up some solar panels. Because I want to get it done. And I'm going to build 2 of them. And I'm going to set them up sort of perpendicular to one another. Because the angle you are facing toward the sun, or the panel is facing the sun, the more perpendicular it is to the sun, the better efficiency you get.
Inventory full.
So, thank you. So by having 2, I'm sort of increasing my odds that one of them is going to be facing the sun. Oh, geez, I didn't grab my bottles. Although, your supplies do last quite a while. Especially your hydrogen in space. Assembler done? No. Come on. Give me my computers. What's going on? Oh, I probably put 10 of them into the refinery on accident. No? Yeah. Yeah, oops. Alright, so that should finish, seriously, this up. Now, I guess I actually could probably... So now under production we have 2 places we're producing things. I could cancel those. And then this guy will go back to processing ores. And if I go G menu, build planner, I'll clear that out because I've got this partially built. And if you right click, yep, it adds everything to the build planner. I'll middle mouse to try to grab what I can, and then I will shift middle mouse to put everything into production. And now that should go to the assembler, which will be faster. The basic assembler, sorry. Yeah, see, so these are queued up for the basic assembler now. So while we're waiting, I want to place a couple more things. So this hand drilling stuff is nonsense. You see, we get all these rocks flying around. And that's okay with stone because, like, it's virtually unlimited. Because every asteroid and all the planets are made of stone, and we can stick it into the basic refinery or a refinery and get a bit of iron, nickel, and silicon from it. So those resources are
full.
basically unlimited. But other resources, we don't really want gobs of it flying off into the ether. So the vehicle-based drills automatically collect everything. So we kind of want one of those, in addition to the fact that they're like, far more effective. They collect a lot more stuff. That's the same thing. In addition to being far more effective by collecting a lot more stuff, whatever, they're better. So I'm going to flip upside down. No, I'm going to go here. I'm going to go to production. I'm going to cancel that by right-clicking on it because I don't want the survival kit to process my stone anymore. We've got the, the thingamabob, the basic refinery for that now. Yeah, look at how much faster that's going. So, okay, that's good. We've got a bunch of iron, a bunch of nickel. I'll go ahead and take those out of the survival kit. I mean, the assembler will grab it if it needs it, but right, enough micromanaging. We'll chuck some more gravel into the void. So now we have a binary and an assembler. Keep hitting the wrong buttons. We need to hit C and then X. So now what we want is to queue up some solar panels.
Energy flow.
Right on schedule. The shift middle mouse, and those will go into production. So the next things after the solar panels we're going to want, that ship-mounted drill, and it's probably not OSHA approved, but I'm going to put it right here. Stop it. I'm going to put it right here because we have a cargo port there and I'll have great visibility. It also turns out it's actually airtight, the large ship drill, so if we put it here it'll seal this hole that I just cut with a window. But to make that useful, we're going to want an ore detector, and I want to put that under here. Basically, I'm trying to keep everything within the profile of the ship as it is right now, because we're going to be mining into the ore, or into the asteroids, and if we have big things sticking out, then we have more stuff that can crash into the holes we're making. I like these little, what are they called? Cover walls. Here, I guess I can rebuild them. The first time I played, I accidentally left progression on and I couldn't rebuild them, but they're attached to this block, this one in the center here, and we're going to take that out to make room for an ore detector. So yeah, I was disappointed the first time I tried this when I accidentally left progression turned on. So we're going to put the ore detector right in here. We'll just cut a spot for that. Come on. It sounds like the assembler's done. And like I said, we're gonna keep this. We're gonna try and keep things within the profile of the ship. So we're going to. I didn't take this off before, but let's look under here.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
Yeah, I knew that. I think, yeah, we can do this, and we won't.
Inventory Full.
Yeah, it's fine. Oh. Should have done that first. So we'll put one solar panel here. Also, that's on our hotbar. Come on. Is that the right way? I think that's the right way. Yeah. So we'll put one here. Done? No, not quite. Okay, so we'll put one there, and while I still have room in my inventory, we'll make some room over here, trying not to grind our ion thruster. And then we will place another in this orientation. It seems like the ion thrusters don't cause damage that I've seen yet, so let's hope that's right. That unknown signal over there is tempting, but I blew out my windshield trying to catch one last time, so I'm a little gun shy about those now. Also, I mean, we already have an assembler and a binary, so there's not a huge motivation for going over there at the risk of blowing our ship out, or that thing. Cockpit. Okay, so that's done. We've got a hole there. Let's queue up the parts for a ore detector. I find if you queue up too many things, it can kind of be confusing when you go to try to build things. Like you saw, I queued up the assembler and the refinery, and I put the assembler computers in the not that it matters, but like, yeah. So we'll just do that for now. Another thing I'm going to do, we're going to make a little more room here. It's also, I'm sure, not OSHA approved, but we're going to put a spotlight here. But no, we have to drill on the other side. It's probably not a good idea to have it right next to our cockpit, but you know, of course I can't build it. I just wanted to get it in place. Yep, okay, so the detector components will take a minute. So now we can build our ore detector. Oh, did we get all of our detector components? Nice. What are you still building then? And then I should probably put something there. What is this called again? These are steel catwalk. I think there's a version that has no sides. Yeah, this one. And we'll try to grab this white color. Press Shift P to do that. What do we need to build this? Interior plates. just queue that up. No. What do we have? Okay, so just that queued up. The drill we start with. Where did I get this from? It's not from that one window, is it? Drills, you start with steel, so steel plates. So we'll come over here. Sure, we can have a white drill, that's fine. And then we can also add things to the build planner by right-click. And then we'll remove, the panel, which we won't have everything for. Come on.
Energy low.
Yeah. What? Where is this panel? We can't attach it to the edge of the other one? I think on my other attempts I've turned the ore detector facing the other way, so this square block is basically sitting here. There's something already in this space, technically. Or did I put my ore detector? Did I put? Oh, I probably put it further forward. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we'll move it because it's gonna annoy me if I can't walk across there with my mag boots. Because if I'm on my own ship, I wanna not have to rely on my
Energy
jetpack.
critical.
Oh, right. I need to gas up. Oh, wait, I know why I might not want to put the ore detector so far forward. It's like, what's here? It's an interior wall. Yeah, I don't want to mess with that one. I don't know what's there. I want to grab that one. We're kind of running out of places for that retractable landing gear. What is under there? That would be that one, wouldn't it? Anything actually attached to that? Doesn't look like it. Yeah. So, yeah, we'll move this guy forward. Actually, if we turn this around, that should give us a surface to build on there. You can't build on the top of it. I don't think so anyway. Well, I like to have my first hotbar set up like this. Because we'll eventually want a weapon there. But the reason I did that is because I want to get our half blocks here, and we could do, I don't know, we could do a whole block now that we've got, yeah, I mean the ship is used to be half thickness here, but we've kind of filled it up. Come on. Sometimes it puts things into production out of the order you need them to assemble things. Annoying. Also, oh right, because I'm directly talking to that. What are we missing? How are we missing iron? Oh, we're actually missing iron. Okay, well, I'm going to pause and go dig up a whole pile more stone. And somehow I activated Google on my phone. So yeah, let's empty our inventory. And I'll come back in a few minutes. I'm back. And so I've been using batteries as sort of my measurement of how long I've been digging in this pit, which is that big now. Look at all the rocks scattered around. But the refinery is so much more efficient because I just a moment ago dumped a whole load of stone in there and you can hear it stopped. And there it goes again. But I'm back because it's time to charge up and hopefully that's enough material. Guess we could put our drill away. Man, it seems kind of aggressive to be running into the cockpit holding our drill. It also sounds a bit inappropriate when you say it that way. Sorry. Every adult male is actually a 12-year-old boy inside. At least, I mean, all the ones I've met. Oh, we could put our panel down, make it look consistent, I guess. Oh, right, we need, yeah, I guess, I don't know, is that space occupied? Oh, it's occupied by this light. That's the problem. Okay. That's fine. So, good, everything's done in production. Because the build planner is weird sometimes, I'm just going to clear it and then go right click on our... Nope, we don't need to walk along the side of the ship. Just right click on it to re-add it with whatever's currently still needed. Really, that's... nice. Okay, so let's go in here and we'll add this guy to the build planner. Ooh. I also find if you, before you queue everything to build, just try to withdraw what you can. Like, this thing requires glass. And so easy, I had a bunch of glass already, bulletproof glass. So we just grab that. And then shift middle mouse button will queue up the rest. And while we're waiting, we'll kill a bit of time. So I think next, so we're going to have a light, we're going to have a drill. We need to do a little bit of setting up.
Inventory full.
And then before I leave here, I want to grab a bunch more stone with our ship-based drill. Um, and then some ice. Um, this ship has a hydrogen engine right up here, which turns hydrogen into electricity we can use to fill our batteries. And on that playthrough where I died, I actually was on an asteroid with a ton of ice, but I didn't have any power, so I couldn't use the O2H2 generator to turn the ice into hydrogen to turn hydrogen into you see how it goes, which is what the solar panels are hopefully for, so that if I get into a bad situation, hopefully I can shut off everything except the batteries, get some ice into the O2H2 generator, generate some H2, and turn on the hydrogen generator. Um, yeah, let's make it cozy in here now. We have a button on our control panel here. There we go. O2 high, temperature is warm, nice. And we'll do a bit of setup before we go anywhere else, and before I forget, we want, for example, our ore detector. So the default ore detectors have a radius of 150 meters, but they start at half. Like when you add them, they add at half. I don't know why they don't add it full. I don't know why you would ever want to decrease the range. Like it does change the power consumption, but at least I thought it did. Okay, never mind. I don't know why you'd want to stop it. The ore detector plus mod makes the large ship ore detector range 350 meters. We don't have an antenna yet, but I do like using this once we do, so I'll just leave it. Let's see, no, we're not getting any power right now. That's okay. Ore detector. Where are we at for power? And we're idling, so we have power for days. So, okay, we got the ore detector set up. Now I'm going to add a few more things to my hotbar. We've got the air vent. I'm going to add the basic assembler and the refinery so that in a pinch we can turn them off to save power. Same with the ore detector. Same with the spotlight. Was there something else I added? I don't remember. Oh, actually I'm going to rearrange these a little. I'll put these guys there. And then this last one. Where is it? There we go. I'll put the hydrogen engine down here. And we'll have the toggle on and off for that. And then I want the block control for the drill. I think that's everything for now. So I noted, actually, careful. I saw that iron just scanning with the drill. What am I hitting? Yeah, I thought I would be clear. Oh, I must be, yeah, I'm probably hitting those stones. So we're going to try and move into the sunlight and have a look around these asteroids and see if we have any ice in the immediate area. Oh my god, these mag boots. We'll swing out this way just a bit. Yeah, we must be running into those stones. I'm going to turn to face the asteroid we just came from. And I forget what it looks like, so we'll have a look around. See, we should be getting some sun now. Yeah, not a whole lot. But that's okay. Oh, actually, I mean, yeah, not bad. But that's not particularly important at the moment. I'm going to take a quick spin around these guys. So the way inertia dampers work, if you're not familiar with the game, is if the inertia dampers are on, it makes the ship want to try to hold your position. But the problem is that uses more fuel, especially if I want to like just keep going, or if I want to, you know, like I'm trying to orbit around this. Oh God, stuff in the way. Asteroid. I don't want to have to like every time I let go of a key, keep fighting. Yeah, so there's no ice on here, is there? It's annoying. They often start you. Oh, they often start you near ice and iron. It feels like. So we'll turn on that guy. Inertial damper. Dampeners. That iron being right up here is too tempting to pass up. So with the drills, by having it on the hotbar as a tool control, I can use left mouse and right mouse to turn the drill on. Left mouse turns it into a collecting mode. We can get some rock too, because that'll have some nickel and silicon in it. And then right click just destroys whatever you're mining. So for example, if this iron were not directly on the surface of this asteroid, I could use right click to just sort of dig my way in. And then once I got to the iron, start actually collecting it. Oh yeah, we're at almost an hour. I hope the sort of jump cuts of just pausing the recording are not too jarring. I try to stop moving between them, or like if I have a tendency to like be facing a particular thing when I stop and then try to do the same thing when I start again. Hopefully that helps. Alright, let's see what we've got. Because I want, yeah, oh God, we're already full. Let it get through this stone because it'll work through it really fast. Hey, come on, do the stone. It's because it's almost full, so I'm only dragging a little bit in each time. I think if we turn the refinery off and sort of trick it. Drag that out, drag the stone in. And I had some more, yeah. I have a bunch more. Oh, come on, even... So it's trying to fill itself up even with the power off. That's annoying. I mean, space engineer world problems. I'll just keep an eye on it. I also could just turn on the... Yeah, that's really annoying, actually. How do I control that? Alright, well, they say you know what the definition of insanity is, so apparently we're getting iron right now. Even though it would make more sense to do the stone. So before I completely run out of inventory space, I want to try not to swing my tail into the back of this asteroid. I think I'm clear from behind. Oh, I should build a camera. That's what I should do. I don't know if there's a good place on this, on the back of this ship for that. Just looking around to see, I don't remember if there were any other asteroids close by. We should, yeah, we should be able to detect those. I think we've already swung by this direction. I think that's the mess I almost crashed into. Yeah, looks like there's no ice on these guys. So that's probably farther away than it looks. Same with that. Those might be close-ish. So again, traveling long distances, turn off inertial dampers and just accelerate up to whatever speed you plan on cruising at and let go, and you will just keep going in that direction. A tip I got from another YouTuber is don't aim directly at the thing you're traveling towards, because if you can't slow down, you'll go crashing right into it. And I learned that the hard way traveling toward an unknown signal. It came crashing through my cockpit window there. So I'll pause and catch up to you in a minute. So I have turned on inertial dampers. Oh, come on. I hit wrong key combo to unpause. Turned off initial dampers because we were getting kind of close. Not that close. Oh, I gotta turn the light and the ore detector back on. Oh, look, more iron. They're gonna be on the surface again? Like, maybe? It doesn't matter, we don't really need it right now. No, it must be on the other side. Like, clear in this direction, looks like it. Should be able to, with the 350 meter range, scan this whole thing just by swinging past it. I think that iron's probably on the other side of it. Watch out for those guys. I'm going to start making GPS markers for these because I actually don't. I mean, I've only done this a little bit, but I'm afraid that if I don't, I'm going to like just end up circling back around to the same ones. And they seem to occur in these like groups of, I don't know, 2 to 8 asteroids within a couple kilometers. And so what I'll do is I'll label kind of each group and not each individual asteroid. We're probably not getting a lot of sun on our solar panels at this angle. And I'm just going to number them 0, 0, 0, 1, etc. And that'll indicate silver. We can't even refine that at the moment. I'm not going to bother getting any. I'm just going to number them sort of in the order I discover them and go from there. I don't know. And there was another one over here. I can't remember if there might be 1 or 2 more. More silver. In my first attempt at this, I kept on running into silver as well. I did not run into... and more silver. I did not run into cobalt, which is kind of what we're looking for at the moment. I mean, well, this exact moment we're looking for ice. All right, let's pause for a second. Not pause, but stop for a second and have a... Yeah, I think we came from there and there. Or was it... Maybe I'll revise my naming methodology. So we'll mark this guy. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll mark each one. We'll group them by 0, 0, and then when I leave an area, I'll disable all the 0, 0. Well, all but one of the 0, 0s so that I can see where I've been. So, where am I going? Up. Pressing forward. What? Did I? Oh, no, dampers are on. What is... goings on? Maybe, oh, you know what? My keyboard goes weird on me sometimes. Yeah, I don't know if we scan this one. Hard to see when they're not in the light. Yep, this guy's silver. I think this was the one we were at. So we'll have those on our GPS for now, so that as we look around locally, we know where we've been. And then when we leave the area, we'll turn off all the 0, 0s so we don't go back to the same area. That's the theory anyway. Now if I were being smart, I would just use a little bit of thrust and leave inertial dampers off as I traverse. Yeah, I'm working backwards. This is the first one we scanned. We've come around to a different angle, it looks like. And yeah, that iron looks like it's on the surface. That'd be a neat little crater to build in, but I really want to build on something with like a couple of resources. Is that guy local or is he... Yeah, that guy's local. He's really local. And we're just going to do a flyby. That was probably dangerous. At some point I'll probably have to... Yeah, that guy's farther away than I think. I'll probably have to recycle numbers. At some point we might get far enough away from... no, he's local. At some point I might get so far away from 0-0 that it's worth just deleting them all. This is how I ran out of fuel, I'm guessing, is that I... spent too much effort. Trying to get places. Power, not fuel. And we should definitely slow down. Kind of not on the right vector to get to this guy. I'll try and face the direction we're going and apply some rearward thrust. This is a neat little group. Right, I can't be trusted. I'll turn the dampers back on. Dampeners is how they call them. There's nothing here. I also would love it if, when I do find some place to settle, that it was like a group like this, because I think it'd be fun to try and build between a couple of close asteroids. Are these asteroids? These are asteroids, right? They become meteors when they streak through the sky, and then meteorite when they crash on the ground. Something like that. There, yeah, like ore detector's on. Learned about our power already. We're gonna have to use some of the very precious little ice that we have. Where did that other one go? some of the ice we have precious little of just to refuel. I was hoping to save that for my consumption. That guy? So I'll just go over there slowly. That's why I keep hitting print screen and not break. Oop, that's not what I meant to do. Alright, let's try that again. Control. Okay, so I'm back. We're coming up on that asteroid. I said don't travel directly at him, and what did I do? I don't know how my whole GPS naming scheme is going to work, but this one seemed far enough away that I think we'll call it a 1. What do we have here? I think that says iron. Oh, and I figured out where our power was going. It should have been obvious. It was going to the refiner. So I micromanaged it on the trip over and forced it to go through the rest of the stone. And then turned it off. And we'll just leave it off for now until we find a source of ice or let down some roots. Oh, that's iron. Let's see that. Yeah, I'm going to ignore the unknown signals for now. Oh, there's more iron on that one. I don't know why the ore detector isn't showing it yet. Right there. There you go. So the ore detector, I guess the way it works is, well, in the actual simulation, is that it like cycles around you. And one of the disadvantages to increasing the range is those cycles take longer. So if you fly past something too quickly, you can miss things. Right? Yeah, that's the one I want to go to next. There's a donut. I've seen a couple more iron that have like neat holes all the way through them, and I think those would be fun to build on, but I haven't found one near to resources we want. Looks like iron. There's iron in the donut, maybe. Looks like there's 2 irons in the donut. 3. Good grief. Iron, iron everywhere, and not a drop of ice. That's where we came from. Oh, I should have been marking these. Yeah, we'll call this a 1. Oh, that's closer than I would have liked. Yeah, we should be able to reach that with the scanner. honestly, with the on the asteroids, it might not strictly be necessary to use the ore detector plus, which gives us at 350 meters. I was playing on, yeah, like look at that hole I go through. No, but that would be cool to dig or to build in. On the planets, I was running into. I like to play on the sort of tundra areas, but I kept on going to them and not finding resources, and I'd spend just forever driving around because I tend not to use airships because they're kind of OP. I don't mean to sound like snobby. I enjoy the challenge of I enjoy a challenge, and flying vehicles in this game are like super effective. They kind of take the challenge away, like that'd be cool to build in there, like the jetpack does. Oh look, more iron. Is that? That's just the light from my... Look, more iron. Oh, and more iron. Which, I mean, in real life, I guess the two most abundant metals found in asteroids are nickel and iron, right? Nickel iron asteroids. Although we haven't found any nickel. I guess I want to wrap up. I was hoping to find ice before the end of the first video, but this is going long. So I think what I'll do is I will stop here and tip myself so that my solar panels are hopefully leaning toward the sun. Yep, one of them certainly is. Yeah, and the other one, of course, wouldn't be. I roll a little. Maybe I can get them both up a bit higher. Whatever. Close enough. I'll just soak up a little bit of sun, and then I'm actually going to stop here, upload the video, and this is too long. But I'm not editing it, so I'll just have to keep a better eye on time next time. Thanks for watching. If you did watch Stationeers, I do plan on returning to that. I just haven't been motivated to edit the second half of the Over Unity video. I do have some ideas for things that I want to do, a couple more things in the Mars series, and then I want to do like a Europa survival, but I'm like totally hooked on this game right now, so that's a thing. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe at your own risk, and if you've made it this long, then you get a gold star. Take care.